Hey everyone, this is Andrew, day 2 Dryden, recording here for Nikitri MTG. We're playing Burnin' Modern. We're in round 4 and we've got our first win, so now we're going to run the rest of the table. We're going to finish 3-2, get our money back, and maybe even have a treasure chest open up. We all remember what happened last time. So I'm excited. We're going to see. We've got a hand here that is. We're on the draw, unfortunately. But actually, with this particular hand, on the draw is better because we really want to hit a second land, and we've got enough good spells early on that I'm okay keeping a one-lander. But I'm starting to get a little nervous here. We've had some sketchy mana a few rounds in this league so far. Okay, turn 1 fetch. That's good. Actually, it's not good. Sorry, no, I'm not worried about a spell pierce or anything on turn 1. Just gonna opt. Fairy miscreant. What is this? Pauper? Is that what I've walked into by accident? Okay, so I guess this is fairies probably, or it could be that ninja. Oh, awesome! There we go. So we want to Goblin Guide, and so the cards you want to watch out for are Spell Starter Sprite. Oh, what the? Oh, okay, yeah. So yeah, this isn't fairies. This is like Rogue, Ninja of the Deep Hours, um, stuff like that. Okay, so it's like interesting. Okay, which is honestly much better. I'm much less frightened of that than I am of fairies. Fairies worries me, but this deck doesn't scare me quite as much. Although again, I'm not familiar with all the cards this deck plays. Holding up 2 mana. And we didn't put the ninja in. I forget what the prowl cost on ninja is. So what do we want to do here? I'm worried. I'm thinking about mana leak. I'm thinking about remand. I'm thinking about a bunch of stuff here. We have 2 searing blazes. We also have 2 more mana though. Okay, so because I've got 2 Searing Blazes and I don't know exactly what my opponent's doing, I'm going to want to be able to do this with Landfall twice. So for that reason, I'm not going to play the Arid Mesa right now. I'm going to take 2 damage off this Stomping Ground. That's the reason I'm playing this. So I can hold up Arid Mesa, and we don't have any other 1 mana. Oh no, we have a Bolt here. So yeah, that's what we're going to try and do. We're going to pay 2 life. We're going to see if this Swift Spear resolves. And we're going to get in for damage and see what they do. Oh, okay, it does. Reveals Secluded Glen. Oh, okay, so maybe this is fairies. Maybe it's a combination. Maybe they just have enough fairies. All right, okay, I'm giving up. I give up on what I think is being played here. We're going to flash in something. We're not going to flash in something. Just holding up 2 mana. Didn't play Slitherblade. You know what? I've got enough removal. I'm not going to cast this bolt, and that might be a mistake, but I think we've got a better onboard presence. I think we've got more interaction here. Let's just be revealing. So on, they played the Secluded Glen. Get that out of here. They're revealing. Isn't this a fairy? No, it's a Naga. Okay. Sorry, 1/1 flyer for 2. Each other rogue creature enters the battlefield. Whenever a creature you control with a counter deals damage. Whoa! Okay, cool. Oh yeah, that's a thing. All right, so let's keep that in mind. I don't want to discard any of these cards. I like all of them, but I am. Yeah, that's fine. I'll take 1. I have no issue with that. Okay, Slitherblade, sure. And I'm going to try to get the counter of some kind out of their hand here. They're not biting. Okay. Well, I don't hate my chances otherwise, so. Can't be blocked, so they just block this. we got this landfall trigger here, so I feel like we're ahead on board. I don't want this sort of this good board presence instead of we are going to just go just out the window all of a sudden because I play into something silly like a counter squall or a mana leak or something like that. And to use our mana the best, I think we start with a lava spike here and then go from there. If they just keep letting these spells resolve, then I don't like their odds. They will have to tap and play something at some point. Curious Obsession. Okay, so maybe this is just a goofy, campy block deck. So, hand creature +1/+1. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. Okay. So, I don't know what you're holding up, but you're not playing your stuff and you're just throwing that guy away. Yeah, that's fine. Go to 6. I mean, you have 6 cards in hand and you haven't been using your mana as efficiently as I know you can, so I'm not sure what's going on here, but I'm either being outsmarted or my opponent is playing more cautiously than they ought to. But I'm really not exactly sure what might be in this deck anymore. I thought I knew what it was, and then it turns out I didn't, and I thought I did, and it turns out I didn't. Target player reveals 3 cards from their hand. You choose 2 of them. That player discards those cards. Well, we're gonna lose a couple of these, so I guess this is the point where we try and Searing Blaze this. Yeah, so this is some sort of a prowl deck, I guess. But if you counter this spell, I'm pretty sure what that means is I just am able to get in for 3 damage at least with my creatures next turn. Yeah, okay, Spell Stutter Sprite. Yep, so I was playing around it for a while and I just couldn't anymore, and there we go. So we're going to lose these 2 cards. Spell Stutter Sprite is any spell, right? Not just, yeah, converted mana cost X. Yeah, it's not just an instant or sorcery, so I didn't want to just throw my Eidolon away and stuff like that, but it went anyway. But, I mean, I think we're still pretty ahead on board here. Just like Boros Charm, that'd be good. Swiftspear is also pretty good. Get in for 3. We now know another Spell Stutter Sprite is on its way. So basically they can counter a bunch of stuff. And they're going to start drawing cards. But they might just be too far behind. I'm hoping that's the case, because boy, if we can't come back from this. What we don't want to see is lands for our next 2 draw steps. That's what we don't want to see. It's a Fairy Rogue as well, is that a thing? Fairy Wizard, okay, good. Yeah, then there's this thing. You gonna play one more? Wow, okay, so you also think that I basically need to just top deck something here and win, and we do. There we go. Unless you've got what? Yeah, what's that card? Okay. It's like, don't have the blue Force of Will. I forget what it's called. Disrupting Shoal. Don't have Disrupting Shoal. That would be bad. All right, so we actually have Exquisite Firecraft in the sideboard for some of these goofy matchups. Can't be countered. So we are going to put that in there, absolutely. Again, look, another small creature deck. Searing Bloods it is. We don't want Deflecting Palms for this one. This bunch of smaller creatures, we don't want to be Lightning Helixing for 2. We want to be doing it for more like 3 and 4 and 5 damage. So they could have Snapcasters and things, but I don't think Rest in Peace is necessary. We have to make some cuts here. I don't think Skullcrack's necessary. I don't expect life gain out of this. Lightning Helix is possible. I don't think we need Lightning Helix to race, but it does interact with creatures, and it's just a good spell. I think we take out the Helixes. Yeah, so we don't need Helix. We don't need Deflecting Palm. Revelry can hit Bitter Blossom if they're playing that, or something silly like that, but I don't want to bring that in just for that. Again, I'm not sure exactly what this deck is running. It looked like Faeries, it looked like Rogue, Prowl stuff. It's probably sort of a bit of both. I don't really know. So I think this is probably the way we want it here. This is probably good. Yeah, I'm happy with this. So, yeah, now that we know what we're playing against, we can make better decisions. And hopefully we don't have to mulligan. We don't. We even have a good curve up to Exquisite Firecraft here. That's pretty good. So we're going to keep this hand. And Searing Blood is obviously one of our really good cards. They kind of have to play into it, unfortunately. They're just going to play the Miscreant right away. It's probably the smart thing to do. They are. Okay. So, small creatures and blue counterspells. That's what the name of the game is here. Yeah, there's no point in showing them the advantage. I'm going to bolt them right now. The reason for that is they don't have counter magic up. They can't play Spellstarter Sprite right now. Spellstarter Sprite cares about converted mana cost, so this Rift Bolt can probably get in under that, whereas Lightning Bolt might not be able to next turn. So that's the reason for that play, and why I'm casting it at sort of sorcery speed is because they're tapped out. Thoughtseize. Okay, well, nothing's a secret anymore. I'm guessing you take the Searing Blood. That's probably what you take. Yep. Yep. Because you can't counter it with Spellstarter Sprite or anything like that this turn. Still might have Dispel or something like that. If they did have Dispel, then taking the Searing Blood there is a bad choice. They could have Fatal Push up in case we draw a creature or something, which we did. Yeah, we're just going to see if we can avoid taking damage here, but I think that's what we're going to do. They know every card in our hand right now. So let's see if I was right and they're just holding up Fatal Push. Spell Pierce. No. Okay, well. I don't understand why they took the Searing Blood then. I feel like my obvious play was to Searing Blood this Miscreant. It looked as though they might have been holding mana up, but maybe they didn't. Maybe they were just trying to bluff, and I feel like I can't play around it, so I didn't. But I don't know. Like I said, I'm not exactly sure what kind of deck I'm playing against here, but it's also nice to know about the Spell Pierce. We can try to play around that. We can also play around with both of these cards, actually, now that I think about it. And yeah, so 2 mana, choose 2. Gee, I wonder what they're going to leave us with. Yeah, okay. That seems really good, actually. I mean, you got to build around it, obviously, but 2 mana, choose 2 cards from their hand. I mean, it could be any 3 cards, right? But yeah, this seems really good. It's like almost a double Thoughtseize with no life loss. Seems pretty good to me. Alright, so they're only at 10. Can you use the Spell Pierce? No? Okay, cool. We're gonna play this because they know about it. We're gonna attack in for 2, and hopefully we can just draw well. Draw Exquisite Firecrafts and things of that sort. The nice thing about this land is that we can actually play around Spell Pierce pretty easily too. It's certainly possible that they try to leave it up for a Boros Charm or something, and we have the ability to pay 4 for it. So hopefully that's what they try and do, because they don't know we drew this 4th land. All right, draw a card. Look at the synergy. Look at the synergy. My God. That is not a sign of strength. That seems good. Is there any reason not to play this right now? Instant speed discard, is that a thing? Oh, we'll attack and see what we're working with here. Spell Stutter Sprite. Okay. Well, we were going to cast this Lava Spike this turn anyway, but now we absolutely are because we know they're going to draw a Spell Stutter Sprite. Wow. That's pretty good. The Spell Stutter Sprite wouldn't even counter it. Oh, no, it would because it counts itself. Yeah, well, we're absolutely doing this now then. Oop. Do we show them this land? We can play around Spell Pierce. We can't play around 2 Spell Pierce. We can't play around anything else. So no, we're gonna Lava Spike now without showing them this. Without showing them this fetch land, and that's the reason why. Maybe they keep trying to hold up Spell Pierce for a 2-mana spell that won't work, and they don't know that. All right, so that's a good one also. So now I think we just wait. I think we just keep holding things up. They're at 5 life, we're at 18. We have the initiative. I might be just letting them draw into things, but it's not like I can even bolt them for lethal or anything, so I don't feel like I need to do this. Yeah, sure, can't be blocked. Great. So what could they have? They could have like Vendilion Click. They could have. I'm trying to think what 2 fairies they could have to make this Spell Stutter Sprite good enough. I'm just gonna keep passing. I'm gonna play patiently. We are really needing to stop drawing lands. I'm gonna hold this one in my hand because I feel like it doesn't matter anymore. But I'm gonna start fetching to deck thin and stuff. I don't need all of these anymore to hit landfall. So start shuffling things. Come on! Oh boy, this is fun times. All right, they could even have cryptic and stuff up by now. Like 3 draws in a row. Okay. We're only playing 19 lands, for goodness sakes. Fairy Rogue. This is a Fairy Rogue as well, probably, right? Fairy Wizard, right. No, we discussed that in game 1. Yeah, sure. How many lands can I still fetch out? 1, 2, 3. I can still fetch 3 more lands. So I'm not going to use my fetches anymore until I have the... that's pretty good. And that's actually lethal if they don't block and don't... Well, they can just counter it now with Spell Stutter Sprite. That's the frustrating thing. But the Spell Pierce is basically a dead card in their hand at this point. That's the other nice thing is we have so much mana, but I would trade 2 of these lands for 2 bolts as well. I should point that out. And even if they just let it through, then it makes this Boros Charm potentially lethal too. Yeah, okay. I'm good with that. This might get out of hand in a hurry, but yeah, as long as we stop drawing lands, we should be good. There's only so many left in the deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's only 10 out of 42 left. Oh! Wait a second, this thing makes me discard, doesn't it? Oh no, it's a +1/+1 counter, doesn't have to be a rogue. Okay. Which is fine, we have this land in our hand, but I thought I might have. It steals damage there, doesn't it? Oh no, okay. All right, sorry guys. Sorry people. I'm reading a lot of cards here that I'm not quite as familiar with as I would like to be. Um, oh, there we go. Well, I'm gonna force them to have multiple counters now, and maybe it doesn't work, but even if it doesn't, I think this will be okay. Sure. So this is gonna enter. There'll be 2. It'll be fine. So that's out of their hand now. I don't think they have this anymore. I think I missed this, but I could be wrong. But I don't know anymore. Sure. Sure. Well, we're still going to attack. Three cards. One's a spell pierce. What are the other 2 cards? God, do I just go for it? I'm trying to be patient, but my draws have not been. I'm starting to become impatient. Nope. No, we're gonna wait one more. Gonna wait one more turn. They are not threatening us right now, so that's a good one. That is a must counter card. That is a must counter or must kill card. Another spell stutter sprite. So yeah, that was good. Oh! Okay, so they have one spell burst. What do we think the other 2 cards are? Okay, I'm casting this Boros Charm now. I can only play around this stuff for so long. I've forced them to use counters in multiple turns in a row. This thing's gonna die. We're gonna kill this. I care more about that. You have another counter? Cryptic? Yep, they got something. Oh. Do you have 2 spell pierces? If you do, that's not even good enough. Yes. Oh, come on. Come on. Come on! No! Okay. I don't think that's your problem right now. Woo! All right, there we go. We beat Fairy Rogue, Mizium Skin, Counters, Prowl deck. So it's so weird playing around cards that you don't know what you're playing around. Like it's tough. Wow. Okay. So hey, if this is the kind of crazy modern content you like, please Subscribe to the channel, like in the boxes below, comment, let me know what you thought. Um, this is one of the reasons you play a lot of Modern. You got to know what's going on here. I sure didn't know what was happening. Oh, I guess in the Mizium skin was playing around like another Searing Blaze or something, and I wasn't cracking my fetches, so maybe that's what they were thinking. But yeah, okay, that worked out. Cool. Awesome. Well, this has been Andrew, Day 2 Dryden, playing Burn in Modern, and I will see you next time.